Welcome back to Starlight Remains, the channel that peels back the layers of celebrity to find the haunting truth beneath the glamour. Today we delve into the dark side of one of the most transformative artists of our generation, Lady Gaga. For years, Lady Gaga has defined pop culture. She is the chameleon, the avant-garde provocateur, the boundary breaker who transitions seamlessly from the meat dress of the famed monster era to the classic elegance of an Oscar-winning actress. She has collected Grammys, Golden Globes, and an Academy Award, establishing a legacy that seems untouchable. But for every platinum record and critical acclaim, there is a shadow, a parallel narrative spun in the deepest corners of the internet. This narrative suggests that Stefani Germanotta's staggering success isn't the result of pure talent and hard work, but a far more sinister arrangement, a pact with unseen forces, a carefully constructed persona managed by the very elite she claims to critique. The timing of this deep dive is particularly compelling. Lady Gaga is stepping into the shoes of Harley Quinn in the upcoming Joker, Folie à Deux. Harley Quinn is the ultimate victim of mind manipulation, a brilliant mind twisted and controlled by a darker entity, the Joker. The irony here is chillingly profound, because the number one, most pervasive conspiracy theory about Lady Gaga is that she herself is a victim of monarch programming, a mind-controlled puppet whose identity is constantly fractured and reshaped by an elite cabal. This narrative is just the tip of the iceberg. Today, we are going deep into the top 3 creepiest conspiracy theories surrounding Lady Gaga, the stories that refuse to die, transforming her art into a source of fear and suspicion for millions worldwide. These theories don't just question her originality. They question her soul, her identity, and even her direct involvement in a young woman's tragic death. We will start with the theory that challenges her very physical identity, moving into the tragedy that haunts her early career, and finally, culminating in the chilling, absolute truth that internet theorists believe is hiding in plain sight, the satanic contract that fuels her astronomical fame. Get ready to question everything you think you know, because when you look closely at the symbols, the sudden transformations, and the unsettling biographical connections, the line between performance art and a far more terrifying reality begins to blur. Let's begin with the theory that launched 1,000 skeptical forum posts, the one that claims Stefani Germanotta, as we know her, is simply a masterful, lifelong deception. Top 3. The intersex, transgender hoax. The third creepiest, yet persistent, conspiracy theory about Lady Gaga is simple and visceral. She is not a biological woman. This theory takes several forms. The most frequent accusation is that Lady Gaga is intersex, meaning she was born with reproductive or sexual anatomy that doesn't fit the typical definitions of female or male. The second, more sensational claim is that she is a transgender woman or simply a man masquerading as a female pop star. The genesis of the rumor. Like many celebrity conspiracies, this one was sparked by a fleeting, easily misinterpreted moment captured on film. In 2009, footage from the Glastonbury Festival surfaced online. During a performance, an unusual shadow or bulge appeared near Gaga's lower torso. The camera angle was unclear, the quality was poor, but for the conspiracy theorists, it was all the proof they needed. The clip was dissected frame by frame, becoming known as the penis gate of Lady Gaga. This isolated moment gained traction because it fit a pre-existing narrative about her style. Gaga, during her early career, aggressively played with gender norms. She wore androgynous clothes, often covered her body, and employed masculine-coded dance moves. She once made a vague, almost throwaway comment in a 2010 interview, stating, "I have a penis and a vagina." While most observers interpreted this as a rhetorical statement on her fluid, artistic expression and sexuality, the conspiracy community took it as a literal confession. Why this theory persists? Beyond the initial footage, the theory gained cultural weight because it serves the underlying goal of many pop culture conspiracies: to find the hidden truth that the elites are trying to suppress. For some theorists, the presence of a prominent intersex or transgender pop star is a deliberate agenda, orchestrated by a shadowy collective to destabilize traditional gender roles and family values. They see Gaga's career as a massive, elaborate psyop to normalize what they consider deviant or unnatural behavior. Gaga's response and the aftermath. Lady Gaga, to her credit, never let the rumor paralyze her. Instead, she often chose to lean into the absurdity with her characteristic flair. When asked about it, she stated, "It's a rumor I find very sexy. This response, while brilliant in its defiance, only fueled the fire for those who believe she is hiding something. They see her nonchalant acceptance as a further signal, a wink to her handlers that the deception is working. In reality, the theory is likely a consequence of a society struggling to categorize a truly original female artist who refuses to be pigeonholed. Gaga's deliberate ambiguity, her ability to present as hyper-feminine one moment and fiercely masculine the next, is a key element of her artistic genius. But to the conspiracy theorist, genius is rarely the answer. Manipulation and deception always are. The intersex hoax, while mostly harmless compared to the next two, successfully laid the groundwork for the bigger, more terrifying theories. It established her as a figure of suspicion, a person whose very identity could be synthetic, a shell that could hide anything. But the next theory moves beyond mere identity and straight into the darkest corner of human experience: the tragic death of a young artist whose light was allegedly extinguished so Lady Gaga could burn brighter. Top 2. The Lina Morgana Stolen Soul Conspiracy. If the first theory questioned Lady Gaga's biological reality, the second theory we explore today questions her morality and the very source of her creative genius. We are discussing the haunting shadow of Lina Morgana, a singer-songwriter who collaborated with Stefani Germanotta early in her career and tragically died by suicide in 2008. The theory is chillingly simple. Lady Gaga stole Lina Morgana's style, her image, and in a metaphorical sense, her soul, to achieve her own superstardom. The collaboration and the tragedy. Lina Morgana was an incredibly talented theatrical young artist from New York City. She and Lady Gaga worked closely with producer Rob Fusari during the crucial period of 2007-2008, just before Gaga's debut album, The Fame, exploded. Morgana and Gaga were reportedly roommates and collaborators. Their creative energy was described as intense and symbiotic. However, on the 4th of October 2008, Lina Morgana jumped to her death from the roof of the Staten Island Hotel. She was only 19 years old. This tragedy, combined with the subsequent and immediate rise of Lady Gaga, became fertile ground for conspiracy theorists. The timeline is, to them, too coincidental. The evidence of the stolen soul. The core evidence cited by theorists rests on the striking similarities between Morgana's unreleased material and Gaga's The Fame Monster era. The look. Morgana was known for her dark, dramatic, aesthetic-heavy eyeliner, black lipstick, and a distinctly theatrical approach to pop music. Theorists point out that after Morgana's death, Gaga's image rapidly evolved away from the simple blonde girl of Just Dance and toward the darker, high-fashion, and conceptual look that defined her greatest success. The themes. Morgana's music reportedly dealt with dark themes like fame, tragedy, death, and mental health. Theorists argue that Gaga's most iconic songs like Paparazzi, which deals with the destructive nature of fame, and Monster, which is lyrically dark, are direct appropriations of Morgana's creative themes. Gaga's own commentary. Gaga has made several public comments that, when viewed through the lens of this theory, appear unsettling. She once referred to feeling haunted by a ghost of herself. She has also spoken about absorbing the energy of other artists. For those who believe the conspiracy, these aren't poetic statements. They are veiled admissions that she absorbed Lina Morgana's persona. The creepiest implication. The darkest extension of this theory moves beyond mere cultural appropriation and into outright occult accusations. Many hardcore believers in the Illuminati theory, which we will cover next, tie Morgana's death to a ritualistic sacrifice. They speculate that the higher powers controlling the music industry demanded a literal or figurative sacrifice for the monumental success promised to Gaga. In this narrative, Morgana was not just a competitor, but a necessary offering. The rapid transition in Gaga's style and the sudden burst of fame are viewed not as coincidence, but as the payment for the alleged pact. While friends and family of Lina Morgana have expressed their pain and their belief that Gaga did capitalize on Lina's image and ideas, there has never been any evidence, zero evidence, to suggest Gaga or her team were involved in Morgana's death. Lina's struggle with mental health was reportedly long-standing and tragic. Yet this conspiracy persists because it fulfills a primal fear, that true genius is not earned, but taken. It casts a permanent, macabre shadow over Lady Gaga's most successful era, suggesting that the light of the Fame Monster was kindled by the extinguishing of another, younger star. This leads us to the most pervasive, frightening, and meticulously detailed conspiracy theory of them all. The one that connects Gaga's every movement, every costume, and every lyric to the ultimate secret society and the oldest dark power. Top 1. Illuminati, Monarch Programming, and the Devil's Pact. We arrive now at the apex of the paranoia, the mother of all pop culture conspiracies, and the theory that dictates how millions view Lady Gaga to this day. She is an agent of the Illuminati, whose phenomenal success is the direct result of a satanic pact and psychological manipulation known as monarch programming. This theory is not merely about symbolism. It is an overarching narrative that attempts to explain the entire celebrity machine, positioning Lady Gaga as one of the most prominent foot soldiers in a spiritual war waged against humanity. The Illuminati and the Devil's Contract. For conspiracy theorists, the Illuminati is not the historical Bavarian society, but a modern, global, satanic cabal of world leaders and elites who control finance, media, and crucially, the entertainment industry. Their goal is global dominion through cultural and spiritual degradation. Lady Gaga is believed to have sold her soul for fame, a ritualistic transaction allegedly completed early in her career. Theorists cite a pervasive use of specific occult symbols in her music videos, performances, and fashion. The all-seeing eye of Horus. Gaga frequently covers one eye, a common pose found in promotional material and performance art. To the believers, this is the unmistakable signature of the Illuminati, a sign of allegiance to the ruling elite. Baphomet and the occult. Her visual references to horns, goats, pentagrams, and the devil's horns hand gesture are seen not as edgy fashion, but as literal homage to Baphomet, a common figure in occult imagery. The most famous example is the burning skull or horned head often featured in her stage designs, and the unsettling, almost grotesque quality of certain music video sequences, interpreted as ritualistic chaos. The sexualization of youth. Theorists argue that the overtly sexual, yet often asexual or ambiguous, nature of her performances is designed to confuse and corrupt young minds, fulfilling the Illuminati's agenda of social destabilization. The fracture. Monarch mind control. The theory takes an even darker turn with the inclusion of monarch programming. This concept, which originated in broader conspiracy circles, posits that the elite use traumatic, sophisticated psychological techniques, allegedly derived from CIA programs like MKUltra, to fracture an individual's personality, creating controllable alternate personas. The theorists argue that Lady Gaga's constant and dramatic reinvention, from the famed monster to Joanne to her sophisticated jazz persona, is not artistic evolution, but evidence of this mind control. The alter egos. Her creation of personas like Joe Calderone, a masculine alter ego, or the dramatic, almost unsettling character shifts, are seen as the activation of different alters programmed into her mind. The wigs and costumes. The constant covering of her natural blonde hair, the use of masks and highly restrictive, structured costumes like the famous metal mouthpieces or massive shoulder pads, are interpreted as mechanisms used to suppress the natural personality, Stefani Germanotta, and activate the compliant, programmed Lady Gaga alter. The breakdown. Her public struggles with anxiety, depression, and pain are often viewed not as genuine health issues, but as glitches or failures in the monarch programming system, moments when the real Stefani Germanotta is fighting to surface against the programmed celebrity shell. Why? It's the most powerful theory. This conspiracy is the most powerful because it's a catch-all explanation. It connects her success, the Lena Morgana, tragedy as a sacrifice, and the gender ambiguity as a destabilizing social agent. It transforms every Grammy speech, every music video, and every fashion choice into a secret dark message aimed at indoctrinating the masses. Lady Gaga has been aware of this theory for years. When asked about the Illuminati in 2013, she dismissed it as ridiculous. Yet, whether intentional or not, her high-concept, highly symbolic art has consistently provided an endless stream of clues for the believers to consume and interpret. For them, Lady Gaga is the tragic hero and the terrifying villain rolled into one. A monumental talent controlled by an unseen force, making her art the ultimate Trojan horse in the battle for spiritual control. The genius of Lady Gaga is undeniable. But what does it say about her legacy when her art is equally defined by the fear and suspicion she inspires? We have navigated the most unsettling depths of Lady Gaga's public narrative. From the relatively tame yet persistent rumors about her biological identity to the gruesome accusation of a stolen soul, and finally, to the omnipresent global conspiracy of satanic control and mind manipulation. The question remains, what does this tell us about Lady Gaga's true legacy? When assessing these three theories, the intersex hoax, the Lena Morgana tragedy, and the Illuminati pact, a common thread emerges. They are not random attacks. They are a response to genuine, groundbreaking genius that defies easy categorization. When an artist achieves a level of fame and transformation as rapid and dramatic as Lady Gaga's, the public often seeks a secret, supernatural, or sinister explanation. Lady Gaga is, in essence, a Rorschach test for our collective anxieties. The intersex hoax reflects societal discomfort with gender fluidity and the fear that mainstream media is intentionally eroding traditional norms. The Lena Morgana conspiracy taps into the age-old myth of the Faustian bargain, the belief that success on a massive scale requires a cruel sacrifice, reminding us of the human cost that often fuels the industrial machine of celebrity. The monarch programming and Illuminati pact is the ultimate expression of the modern citizen's distrust in powerful institutions. They believe the system is rigged, and Gaga, with her bold symbolism, is merely a beautifully designed mouthpiece for the unseen puppet masters. Ultimately, whether you believe Lady Gaga is a phenomenal, misunderstood artist or a high-ranking puppet in a global drama, her cultural impact is cemented. She didn't just sell records, she sold an idea. The idea that you can constantly change, constantly challenge, and constantly shock. She may be controlled by the shadows, as the theorists claim, or she may be a master manipulator of the shadows herself, using them to craft the ultimate performance art. Perhaps the most terrifying possibility is that the conspiracy theorists are unintentionally giving her exactly what she always wanted, to be seen not just as a singer, but as a mythical, almost supernatural figure whose very existence demands a deeper, darker explanation. Her transformation into Harley Quinn for the screen is merely the latest, most explicit meta-commentary on her own public life. A woman deeply intertwined with trauma and control, whose madness is the source of her enduring power. The line between Stefani Germanotta and Lady Gaga remains the most complex, guarded secret of all. Key takeaways. Symbolism is power. Gaga's willingness to use bold, controversial symbols became a double-edged sword, attracting both artistic praise and intense conspiracy theories. The price of fame. The tragic connection to Lena Morgana highlights the intense, competitive, and often devastating atmosphere surrounding the pursuit of superstardom. The audience decides. Regardless of the truth, the public narrative, the conspiracy, has become an integral and permanent part of the Lady Gaga legacy. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the truth and terror surrounding Lady Gaga. What do you think? Is she a controlled agent, a satanic master, or simply the most genius performance artist of her time? Let us know in the comments below. If you like unmasking the hidden forces that shape celebrity culture, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Starlight Remains, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next expose. This is Starlight Remains, signing off. Sleep tight.